It's got to be my favorite feature inside of BoldTrail right now that you should be using. Let's dive in. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the schedule mass email feature found in your marketing section of your BoldTrail CRM. This has got to be one of my most favorite features and functionalities because guess what? It enables me to schedule and send all of my holiday emails in one sitting. In order to do this, you're going to head into your marketing section and you're going to go under the schedule mass emails option. Now, you'll see that I have some queued up here already, but this has got to be my favorite feature so far with BoldTrail because, like I said, I can schedule mass email all of my holiday follow up in one sitting. And it makes it super simple that they have templates already pre built for those holiday sends. You can also customize them while you're inside of here. So in order to do this, once you're in the schedule mass send, you'll simply just click on the schedule email option and you have some filters to select from. You'll be able to go ahead and select contacts matching a saved filter. So if you've been in your smart CRM and you've actually created a filtered search for a particular lead type, status, or even hashtag, you could save those filters, pin them into your CRM, and then you can access them from the schedule mass email window. Now, you can click on this and select from your dropdown. You can also select from hashtags. Maybe you're going to do a schedule mass email send to people with a particular hashtag. You'd be able to use that hashtag. You can even just simply do it by status. So if all your past clients, friends, relatives, things like that go into a sphere status in which they should, you could go ahead and easily select sphere, right? You could select multiples as well. So if I want to do sphere and prospect, I could actually do that here. Now, what I'm queuing up today, and I've already got it teed up, is I'm going to do a back to school email to all my new buyer leads, right? And then we'll select a date. Now, here's the caveat. You do have to select a date 24 hours from today, right? So, for example, it's 8:30. I'll select 10 a.m. tomorrow. You'll then give this a subject or you'll give this a template if you so please to. You can also write plain text in this section right here. Or if you're feeling daredevilish, you can select over to the advanced email editor. And now you've got a replacement to your MailChimp in Constant Contact because you can drag and drop rows. For example, if I wanted to put a header on here and have my image up here at the top, I absolutely could. So we could go ahead and do that, right? So I could drag and drop my image into this section here. I can then also put some text if I want to put text in this section here, right? So for this example, I'm going to go ahead and use my tax-free weekend that's coming up for back to school because everybody wants those back to school emails. And we're going to go ahead and just select all this text. We're going to copy and paste. Now, I use ChatGPT and a mix of Claude to actually do this. And when I do it, I make sure that I write a very descriptive prompt. Follow fair housing, follow RESPA, make sure you're adhering to your MLS guidelines. If you have a link to that, you can drag and drop that as well so that your AI is pre-prompted and ready to rock and roll. Right now, I can go in here and I can browse or I can upload my image. So if I want to do this, I can go ahead and do that, right? Do this and that. No pun intended, but we'll go ahead and upload my professional photo here. And then we're going to insert it into that section. So there we go. So we'll go ahead and insert. And now we have that, right? We could even, if we want to, center this just so that it's centered. Just hit a couple enters, right? And now what I'm going to do is I've actually asked ChatGPT to write me some HTML off screen here for this particular instance, but we're going to go ahead and drag my HTML there. I'm going to Control A because I'm on a Windows, and then we're going to go ahead and copy and paste that into here. Right now, we'll remove that top subject line in the HTML. So we'll go ahead and do this and remove this section here. And now we have a back to school email, right? So it looks pretty cool. Now all we need to do is make sure we give this a subject. So what I'm going to do here is don't forget these back to school dates. And we are done. You could even, if you so wanted to, just remove this row, which is probably what I'll do. And there we go. We have a really nice email. We can then go ahead and schedule that. You could even send yourself a test. The schedule button's right here. And you can go ahead and get it rocking and rolling. There are some extra things that you can go ahead and play around with if you wanted to. Like, for example, the content width area, you can make this wider, more narrow. The more narrow it is, the more responsive it is. Um, Unless you wrote some responsive styling into it. You also have some HTML properties, right? If you want to have those expand, you can. Let's see, what else do we have here in settings? You know, you can left, you can right, background. We can make this a color if we wanted to, something like that. Transparent, it's perfect. But that's it. That's it. All you got to do is click schedule. Now, like I was saying, if this was for a holiday, for example, we got Labor Day coming up on September 7th, right? We can go ahead and select September 7th, click OK. And then if we don't have an email written, I'm just going to prompt ChatGPT, now write me a Labor Day email 2026, include images. And I'm going to have it write this off screen here. So we're going to get that here in just 2 seconds, right? And we can insert the first name into the subject section. So let me just copy this. This is super simple with AI, guys. It's like, right? So now we can go ahead and insert the merge tag so that it inserts their first name, right? Market update if you wanted to. And here we go. We'll have this ready to rock. So now you can see this is done. I'm going to expand this just so we get it fully expanded. There we go. So we can remove that subject and voila. All right. So now it has an image. You can see some buttons there, but makes it super, super easy. If you don't want to go through the hassle, they do have some holidays already pre-prompted in here. So for example, I can select the Thanksgiving one, right? So we can go ahead and get the Thanksgiving one set up. So we'll go into November, not December, and we'll set up the Thanksgiving one, right? So I could set this to go out at 9 a.m. It's already got my stuff there. And I might actually select this to go to all leads. Actually, let's not do all leads because we do have some agents in here for promoting listings, which we'll go over here in a future video. So we'll just do new lead buyers, right? So let's get that scheduled and voila, scheduled, right? So super, super simple. It's very easy. You can see it teed up right there, ready to rock and roll. If you like what you're seeing and the tutorials that you're getting, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications for when I drop cool content like the one that you're watching right now. Other than that, I'm out.